everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. If you happen to be joining me for the very first time, my name is Donella and this is my world of beauty here on YouTube. Now for this week's upload, we are going to be focusing on creating a very cute look for our Mother's Day brunch. For those of you who've been following me for some time, and for those of you who know me personally, know that I am indeed a mother. I do have a daughter, and I do intend on going out on Mother's Day because, listen, that is the one day of the year that I can use an excuse to not cook. I don't care. Not even a kettle I want to put on that day. I don't care. I know a kettle is a very small task, but honey, I ain't doing nothing. Okay, it's very simple yet shimmery, playful look for those of us who might be going out for brunch. And I decided to record it because I know I haven't uploaded in some time. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look, then please stay tuned. Okay, so let's just jump straight into creating this look. I am going to start off with creating the look on my eyes, just because yeah, I've already filled in, sculpted my eyebrows, and I want to focus on the eye look because, as per usual, I don't have anything planned. I mean, in some cases I do, but for this, right now, I don't have anything planned. So I'm going to allow the colors in the palette to kind of inspire me to create a look. I know I want something shimmery, something that's suitable for daytime. So let's just jump straight into this. While I am creating my look, I went in, of course, with my fave, the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I'm just going to allow that to do what it needs to do while I create this eye look. So let me see now. So I've already applied a bit of concealer, leftover concealer from when I sculpted my eyebrows on there. So I am just going to go in. I want to go in with this very brown shade that's probably going to be used as a transitioning color. This one is called Enigma. I love the shade of this. So let's just go in with a little bit of Enigma. What did I just say? Just to start things off. And yeah, just basically just tap it on both eyes just so I can see what I'm doing here. I want to start off by just applying, yeah, let's just press it in here first before we start rubbing it out. Okay, all right. Okay, if you see me going back and forth, right, it's because I need to slow down. I think I'm actually rushing this process right now and I need to slow down. So let's just focus on this eye right here, which is my right eye, and let's just get enough of Enigma built up right here in the crease as my first transitioning color. Okay, so I did this whole thing thinking that the camera was still on. I had no idea that I paused it. Alright, so let's just run through the steps that I did over on this eye real quick. So I wanted to deepen the crease to give myself just like a little bit of like a, I wanted to deepen the crease to give myself a bit of a V shape right here. So I went into this deep brown shade, which is called Enchantment. So let's get Enchantment on this brush again. And then we're just going to focus it right here on the inner V section of my eye. So I call it a V because it's like this, then it goes out and the both ends connect right there. So that's why I always call it a V. I kind of feel like I messed up my V on this side. Maybe I was rushing a little bit, but I like to have that winged out, semi-winged out V effect, just because of the shape of my eyes. I always feel like this, the way how I apply my eyeshadow in this way really helps. Okay, so now that I have that on, what I was saying is that you might think that I'm taking up the same brushes, but all of them have the same gold handle. So if you see me going back and forth, it's because they all have the same gold, sort of rose gold hand. So next I want to go into, this is the one that I use for both shadows. So I went in with Starry first, then Spellbound. So let me go in with Starry first, just like I did on the other eye, and then just apply it all over the remaining lid area. And what I was explaining on this eye is that I love the shimmer that I got from Starry, but I feel like I need just a little pop of color in between. So that's where Spellbound comes in. So I'm going to take the same brush, dip it into Spellbound, and then just add, or just tap it right there, tap it right not stop, tap it. What is going on with me and my word selections today? Okay, so I got that bit of color, but I also wanted that bit of shimmer in there still. Okay, so I'm going to change brushes again, and I'm going to go into Celestial, which is this very pretty goldish. It actually does change color depending on how you apply it, but this is what I applied over Starry and Spellbound to give it that nice pop of like gold, to give it that nice pop of goldish shimmer that you see in there. And then I just worked it up there for it to connect with Enchantment, just for everything to just kind of connect and everything looks more nice and blended in. That's just how I like to apply my eyeshadow on me. So that's it for the eyes, pretty much. A nice shimmery eye look that I could probably wear, because I'm thinking of I could probably wear to my Mother's Day brunch outing lunchy thingy. So I'm thinking of wearing green. So obviously I have to wear something that I can accessorize with. So that's why I wanted a little pop of gold in there, because I think I'm going to wear gold accessories, I think. But if I don't, I believe this eye look can still work. Okay, all right, so let's continue. Moving right along, I think I'm just going to leave the eyes for now. I did apply some liner right there on my waterline just because I felt like I need a little pop on my eyes. Okay, so for now I'm just going to leave that there, and I'm just going to add a little. I'm going to start applying my complexion products. So I'm going to go in for concealer. I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty, what is this called again? This is the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch concealer. I use the shade 430, which is called, no, it's just 430, sorry, they don't have names, they just have numbers. So this is the shade 430. I'm just going to run through this real quick because I'm sure you guys know already how I apply my complexion products. In this video, I'm actually going to be blending out my concealer with a powder puff. This is something that I've been doing for the past couple of weeks whenever I apply my work makeup. It looks pretty good because it doesn't go on too heavy. It kind of blends the concealer straight into your skin. The only thing is that whenever I do apply this concealer, I like to go in just a second time just to make sure I have enough coverage. Because yeah, the Fenty concealer is actually quite heavy, but I like to go in bit by bit. I'm going to be using this gel based foundation from Ciante. So Chanticleer, I don't know why that cartoon just came to mind. Chanticleer. All right, so I'm just going to be going in. Come like I want to match up my one size. So things spray just fell on the ground. I'm just going to be applying this like that over my face. For some reason I already feel like I've gotten slightly darker for this foundation, but we're gonna because I already applied it, we're gonna work it in with the bronzer and contour to try to blend it as much as possible. So I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to go in with my Sigma brush here. This is a kabuki brush actually that was meant for baking, but I'm just going to use it to blend out this foundation. Now that I have on all my cream products, by the way, for my contour I did go in with my Dennis and Myricks Yummy Skin. This is in the shade number 10. Why she's beaten up? She beaten up because I use her so much. Like I absolutely love that product from Dennis and Myricks. So I'm going to go in and just set my under eye concealer with, of course, my favorite, my Fenty. This one is in the shade Honey, and I'm just going to start from here and work my way up. I think for this video I'm actually going to do a bit of baking, so I'm going to let it sit there for a bit while I apply my lashes and whatnot. So I haven't baked in a while because normally I just let everything, I just press all the powder and everything into my skin, but for this look I think I want it to bake because it's a daytime look, and anybody who's heading out for their Mother's Day brunch, if they're eating on the outside, hello, we live in the Caribbean, it's going to be hot. Even if you're going to be in an air-conditioned place, at some point you have to go back out in the blazing sun, so you need to make sure that your makeup is nice and secured, okay? You don't want before or after you finish your nice little brunch, lunch, or whatever it is, that you start looking all sweaty and crazy. So it's really, really good that you make sure that you prep your skin properly and that you apply your powders and whatnot properly. Okay, so I'm just going to leave. I almost started pressing it in. I'm so accustomed to pressing in my powder that I almost started pressing it in here just now. Okay, so let me just let that sit there for about a minute or two and apply my lashes. So we have our lashes on, our liquid liner, and yeah. Okay, so let me just go ahead and press in the rest of this powder so I can do my bottom lashes, or try to, you know, give them some sort of life, because God knows and bottom lashes are always lacking. I'm wondering if I should just add, and then after that let me just go in with my mascara and try to pull out my bottom lashes. Okay, try to give them a little bit of life. Alright, they're coming alive, they're coming alive, they're coming alive, they're coming alive. Okay, to finish up the rest of this look, I'm going to go into my Rare Beauty powder blush. This one is called Joy. It's a very hot she hot, baby, she hot. I'm telling you right now, she hot. Okay, so this way, add just a little bit of that on both sides, just tying everything. Because of the eyeshadow colors that I'm wearing, I believe that this blush is going to tie everything in perfectly. So let me just add that and make sure that I press it in, so it blends in nicely with my contour, and also make sure that the placement is correct. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit of my Artist Couture Diamond Loose powder, and I'm actually going to add that directly over that Rare Beauty blush. But I'm going to go up and add just a little, and this is, I'm using the same brush that I use to apply my contour and my blush, just because I feel like when I do that, everything kind of blends in easier, instead of me having to use like two or three different brushes. Everything is already on the brush, so everything blends in properly. Now, I'm not recommending that you do this. This is just my personal preference when I'm doing my own makeup. Just so y'all know, this is just for me only, not when I'm applying anybody's makeup. This is just me, okay? All right, so we have that, and everything seems to be nice and sexy. All right, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. All right, to my lips, I did apply now before I move on to my lips, I did apply 2 setting sprays. This one is from Makeup Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define Infinite Mattifying Setting Spray, and then of course a very famous One Size On Till Dawn. This is the Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. So these two are what I'm working with today. By the way, if I forgot to mention, right, because once again we're going to be out in the heat, before I applied my my milk makeup, I did go in with a little bit of skin prep using these 2 products. You guys would have seen this on my channel before. These two products here from Moran Makeup. This one is the Prep Pro Mattifying Skin Toner, and this one is the Hydrating Hyaluronic Serum. So these two, I didn't actually allow them to dry down completely. I think I just went in real quick and just applied the Milk Makeup Primer shortly after. But I feel like because I have so much on my face, I can actually feel them working together in harmony and keeping me from looking sweaty. Because y'all see, I ain't breaking out a bit of sweat right here. Now, I don't know about when I go outside, but right now I feel good. So the final thing, of course, would be applying your lippy. I just put on a very generic brown pencil. This one says that, I don't know, a P with a funny looking thing right there. It says it is this. So it's a deep brown pencil, very generic brand. Okay, so I'm going to go in with these 2 lippies. This one is from She Makeup, and this one is from MAC. This one of MAC's lip glass. Now because this is a brunch, this is something that I always tell people, right? Whenever you're going out to like a brunch or anything, always stick to something that's like a glossy nude color, or maybe just regular lip gloss overall. That's because you're going out to eat. you know, you're going out to eat. So if you put on a hot red lipstick, obviously your red lipstick gonna get on all your food and everything, and when you're wiping your mouth, everything can just be on the napkin, so it's just gonna be a hot mess. I always recommend just putting on like a nude lip color, or maybe just putting on just a little sheer lip gloss, and you're good to go. But for filming purposes, I'm going to go in with a nude lippy. So I'm going to go in with this first. Now this nude lip gloss can obviously work well on its own, but because I like the shimmery effect of these MAC lip gloss, I'm just going to add just a little bit over it. Alright, so this is the final makeup look. I decided, yeah, I finally took off my struggle bonnet. You know, it's 2025 has been a lot for everybody, so my bonnet has been going through a lot as well. So this is the final look for the Mother's Day brunch look. This is my version of this, something that I definitely will be Sunday for my Mother's Day brunch. So thank you guys so much for being here with me. Thank you for your patience. I know I have been absent for some time, but I want to thank you guys for sticking here with me. For those of you who would have just joined my channel, thank you so much for hitting the subscribe button. I welcome you, and if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up on your way out. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, and I'll talk to you real soon on my next video. Bye bye.